and welcome to episode 200 of The Joy of Coding. My name is Mike Conley. Oh, we did it. 200 episodes. I'm not even going to delay. I'm going to switch to my screen so you can see what I've got here. I've got confetti, and unfortunately I'm looking at the monitor here. It's not... I think it's going at like less than 30 frames per second. Definitely not smooth, but for me it's smooth. Imagine that that's falling at a smooth 60 frames per second, and my capture card isn't doing the wrong thing. But anyways, yay, 200 episodes. We did it. We're here. We're ready to rock. 200. Wow. What are we going to do today? Well, I had a lot of suggestions. I talked to a lot of people about what to do about the 200th episode of The Joy of Coding. And I got a bit of feedback. And I think I'm going to do something a bit special today. If you follow me on Twitter, you will know what my plan is. Essentially, there is this coding challenge called the Advent of Code. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you have not. The Advent of Code is a site you can go to, adventofcode.com. I'll put that in the agenda. Actually, maybe I should start with that. Oh boy, yeah. Maybe I should start with the agenda before I get too excited. It's December 4th, 2019, episode 200. Flames are coming, and I'll explain why. But first, before I go into that, the agenda that we're looking at is something you have access to, and that's useful if you want to click links and stuff. So if you are watching this on YouTube, check out the video description down below. If you're watching this on Air Mozilla, check out the handouts section. And if you're watching this on Twitch, then the agenda is being dropped in the Twitch chat right now. There it is. You can follow along. I'm going to blast past the episode guide. Normally I'd talk a little bit about the episode guide, but I want to dedicate as much time as possible to hacking on stuff for episode 200. So I'm going to just blast by that. But suffice to say, SmurfD is the best. All right, so today, Advent of Code. What is that? Well, if you click on the link in the agenda, it will take you to this page, which kind of talks about what Advent of Code is. Effectively, it's this Advent calendar. So if you're not familiar with an Advent calendar, it's this sort of it's a calendar, and then for each day you like get something. There's like a little prize, and in this case, the prize is code or a challenge or a puzzle. And this has been going on for a number of years. I believe, let's see, they've got, yeah, and like you can see whenever day 5's coming out. Today is the 4th, so we're up to here, but they've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 open. You can check it out. You can also look at the previous years, I think. I think they started in 2017. 2017 was here. I don't think there was anything for oh, there was for 2016, 2015. Yeah, okay, 2015. Let's see how far back it goes. I think 2015 looks like the first one. So 2015 was the first Advent of Code, and it's 2019 now, and that's what I'm hoping to do today, is some Advent of Code puzzles, but I'm hoping to do them in a language I'm not fully comfortable with, Rust. Now, if you have been watching the stream for a long time, you'll know that I've dabbled in Rust a little bit here and there. I think there was an attempt to rewrite the IPDL parser from Python to Rust a couple of years ago. That did not go over so well, or at least I didn't make as much headway as I wanted. And so I haven't had much of an opportunity to really learn a whole lot of Rust beyond, the hello world. And so I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to try learning Rust again. This isn't my first crack at Advent of Code. Actually, the first time I tried doing it was last year. I got like one puzzle in. I did the first day, and then I started the second one, and then I got distracted with holiday stuff. So, and I did that in Rust, but I don't even remember what the puzzle was. So today, that's what I'm hoping. But there's an added challenge, and there's a reason for the flames, the flaming Elmo. There's a reason. I'm planning on doing this Advent of Code challenge in Rust, but with the added challenge of eating extremely spicy food. If you watched episode 150, I did this with wings on episode 150. I was eating very spicy wings while writing some tests. Today, I just got, there's a sort of a much beloved, much respected Thai food restaurant near the Toronto office called Khao San Road. I ordered for takeout a chicken prag gra prao Thai spicy. You can see Thai spicy at the bottom there, and it's got an egg on top. And that is a pretty spicy meal. It's much spicier than I'm used to. I'm not like one of those people who like eats spicy food all the time and is really used to it. I'm not that at all. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge. It's not the most spicy you can get from Khao San Road. I'll also point out you can get what's called Chef's Thai spicy, I think, which is like level 11. They have almost like a logarithmic scale for the spiciness, or an exponential scale, rather, I should say. Logarithmic? Exponential? I can't remember. But basically, it goes up like 1, 2, 3, 6, 11. Like it's almost like the Fibonacci sequence. And so I got a 6, which is really, really spicy. And I'm going to be eating that while I work on the advent of code in Rust. Now, if eating is not something that you want to be watching on a stream, you're probably going to want to watch a different stream. I'm not going to be like doing it into the camera, but I'm going to be eating periodically. And to ensure that I'm like not getting distracted and I'm working too much on the code and not eating the spicy food, I've got my oh, I can smell how spicy it is. I just cracked the box and I got hit with this wave. This is going to be a real treat. I've opened the box and I've got my stopwatch here on my cell phone. I'm going to make it so that at least every 2 minutes I have to take a bite. So now if you're worried about my safety, or sorry, every 3 minutes. I'm going to make it every 3 minutes. If you're worried about my safety, don't worry. I'm not gonna like die. I'm not like pouring molten lead or anything down my throat, or molten lava, although it might feel like it. And I do have some emergency plans. For one thing, I have a bowl of emergency Greek yogurt to coat the inside of my mouth if it turns out I'm in too much pain. And I also have a Coke Zero. That's just something I normally have, and I don't expect that to help at all. But the emergency yogurt might help. I also have a bunch of napkins and Kleenexes here in case I need to like blow my nose. Almost certainly I will need to. So that's the name of the game. That's what's going on. Hopefully this will be enjoyable. Hopefully we'll all learn something about Rust and these puzzles and a little bit about my spice tolerance level. So before I begin, I'm going to pour, there's this like additional spice liquid that comes with it. I'm going to pour this over top and then we will begin. So let me just pour that. Whoop. It's all over everything. Put that down here. Wipe my hands so I don't mess up my keyboard. And then I'm going to take a bite. And then I'm going to start the timer. Wish me luck. Happy 200th episode, everybody. We're doing it. We're doing it. So here we go. Taking a bite. Big old bite. Hold on. Gotta load up my fork. Don't want to spill anything. Bottoms up. Starting the timer. Yeah, that's spicy. Holy smokes. Let's do it. Day 1. So this is the way the Advent calendar works. It's like a story where you hear about something going on with Santa, and you have to like solve these puzzles using like programming. And you can use any language, but I'm choosing Rust. And day 1, the tyranny of the rocket equation. I haven't read any of this, so I don't really know what's coming. We'll see how it goes. Santa has become stranded at the edge of the solar system while delivering presents to other planets. To accurately calculate his position in space, safely align his warp drive, and return to Earth in time to save Christmas, he needs you to bring him measurements from 50 stars. Collect stars by solving puzzles. 2 puzzles will be made available on each day in the Advent calendar. The second puzzle is unlocked when you complete the first. Each puzzle grants 1 star. Good luck. The elves quickly load you into a spacecraft and prepare to launch. At the first go, no-go poll, every elf is go until the fuel counter upper. I guess that's like one of those like Apollo 13 scenes where someone's like, go flight, and then the person who's like counting fuel goes like, nope. They haven't determined the amount of fuel required yet. Fuel required to launch a given module is based on its mass. That makes sense. Specifically, to find the fuel required for a module, take its mass, divide by 3, round down, and subtract 2. For example, if for a mass of 12, I don't know what units these are in, but let's say mass. What's mass normally in? Like, oh man, I have mass isn't in. Like, there's a difference between weight and mass. I'm trying to remember what you measure mass in. Is it like grams? For a mass of, my brain is starting to melt. This is going to be a great stream. Mass of 12, forget about the units. Divide by 3 and round down to get 4. No need to round there. Subtract 2 and you get 2. Right, for mass of 12, divide by 3, round down. Still yields 4 because we had to round down. So the fuel required is also 2. For a mass of 1969, the fuel required is 654, etc. The fuel counter upper needs to know the total fuel requirement. To find it, individually calculate the fuel needed for the mass of each module, puzzle input, and then add them together, all the fuel values. What is the sum of the fuel requirements for all the modules in the spacecraft? And then there's the puzzle input. Now, if we take a look at the puzzle input, there are all of these numbers. These are what we're going to be putting into our puzzle. And this is what we're going to do in Rust. I want to take another bite because I'm hungry. And there's the timer. Perfect timing. Okay, so I'll add another 3 minutes to the timer. Hold on, I didn't do that correctly. 3 minutes to the timer, and I will take a bite. I might actually take 2 bites. Oh, that is spicy. That is spicy. All right, I'm gonna get some rice in this next one. Hopefully that'll help absorb. It's tasty, but flames all in my face. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I've set up a directory structure for working on this. Where am I? Present working directory. Danny Colin suggests maple syrup to cut through. Oh, maybe. So I've got this folder called AOC, and then the year 2019, and I'm on challenge 1. Or let's call it star 1. And that's the directory I'm in right now. Nothing in there. So let's start by getting the test input. What? Bad request. All right. I'll just paste it and call it. Oh boy. Projects AOC. I'm getting like dizzy. I think it's because I'm breathing so much. Okay, I got the input. The next thing we need to do is we need to like initialize a project, like a Rust project. I need to calm down my breathing. So I'm gonna do like a cargo init. I need to like give it a name. Cargo init name advent of code star 1. And if we look inside the cargo file, great, it's got me all set up. I don't know why it's the 2018 edition. Maybe that's because of the cargo I'm using, who knows. But the source is in here. Here's the main file. And there's just a hello world. Let's make sure it works. So if I do like cargo build, and cargo run, it runs it. Hello world. Great. What I really need to do to start is to feed the oh, that's the timer. So let's add a couple of minutes. And take a big bite. And I'm gonna include this cucumber. Okay, so we need to do file I/O. We need to get the data from this input file. We need to read it in. Now I actually don't know where the like can I pass in arguments whenever I run cargo run? Run args. Yes, I can. So I can probably provide it a path. And so what I want to do is I want to take that path and I want to accept it and read file input. So in Rust, how do you do file I/O and how do you get args? Let's find out. Rust args, command line args. So Rust docs say I can include this module. I can get the arguments. I can print them out so it's a collection inside env args. Now, will that be like given inside of the main file? It's not an argument that's passed to the main, but if I do like just this, what do I get? Let's find out. Oh, it's interesting. It's already like complaining about stuff that I wasn't using it. That's neat. Run, test. Yay. So the first argument is the executable name. The second one is the argument I passed. So what I really want is the second argument at index 1. Now what's, I want like best practices for using env args. Like, is there Rust by example? Yeah. Oh, yeah, collect. Collect will turn one type of thing into another. Whoops. And env args, what's the return value? You get back args, which you can call what? It has an iterator on it. So what do you call collect on? What is collect in Rust? Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna increase the number, because this is getting ridiculous. I'm gonna increase the amount of time. So now it's 5 minutes. For my own sake. And get a bit of rice in there. What does it mean to call collect in a Rust object? A collection. So a collection, there are all these different types of collections. It's a module that contains all different types of collections. That's not exactly what I want. But if you call, yeah, if you have an iterable, a thing that has an iterator and you call collect on it, you transform an iterator into a collection. I got it. So what we have here in env args is an iterator. We're going to turn it into a collection. We're going to use the code from Rust by example to get a vector string vector. Here, I can say, it's spicy time. Let's get the file, input file. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. And now, we have to see if there's how many args there are. I like how Rust by example is using the matcher here. If no arguments are passed, then we can like error out, or we'll just say like, hey, pass the input file. And if there are 2, then we're gonna what are we gonna do? Then Hang on, Rust matchers. I've seen this sort of pattern before. Rust matcher can return something. Match coin. And if I want to like return match function, match coin. Like, what's the return value? Return value returning from match in Rust. Maybe you can't even do that. I'm learning. So, oh, it's just whatever it resolves to. So, like, result equal match args length. So then we're going to return error. Return error. Match. Rust match return error. Return result. Match. Man, just like. Error. So, hey, pass the input file, and then this argument has to be a file. So we're going to check the file system, but we'll do that later. Great. If now, how you check the result? Check the result. If result error, or is it like is okay? If there's probably a more idiomatic way of doing this. If not, result dot okay. We're gonna exit. And how do we do that? Okay. I can feel my face falling off. I hope this is educational. I hope this is what you wanted, internet. I'm gonna get a lot of rice this time. Help my mouth cool off. I'm also gonna get a bit of egg. That might help. Process exit. We can do standard process exit 1. Expected one of if not result okay. Oh, that's neat. Expected one of or an operator found if. Result equals, we're going to return one of these things. We also, do we have to have like a default for a matcher? Otherwise, the rest of the cases, what are you doing? No method named OK found for type, whatever that is. Do I have to like unwrap it? I remember having to. What is the result? Like let result equal the return value of match args length match boolean. What? Match is an expression. That's what I want to use it as. Result equals match boolean. In this case, args length. it's 1, oh, if it's anyone else, what are you doing? 1, 2. Then how do we look at the result value? I am sweating. Holy smokes. Why aren't these results okay? Like what? Return result from match Rust. Match. Let mute file equal match. Oh, this is also interesting. We can like create a file here. We might return. Oh, do I have to say like return? Right, because if I have semicolons, right, if I have semicolons, it's not, I understand. So if you don't have a semicolon, then Rust says, oh, I will automatically return the last thing, the last line. Cannot apply to option. So it's an option, not a result? What is a result? Oh, it's supposed to be, a result is like, okay or error. What's your problem? Cannot apply unary operator. No, an implementation of standard ops not might be missing for option. 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 What is Rust option? I thought Rust option was some or none. You either get some or you don't. And that's not what we're having here. All right, let's see if I can find an example of result.ok in Mozilla Central. Nope, I need it to be in Rust. Result. What is result? Filter map of each line, you get a result. Oh boy. I am sweating buckets. Oh boy. Okay, add more minutes to the clock. Big bite time. My mouth is like gummy and full of flames. So here, each file, oh boy, each file we're matching. Oh, that's matching on the result, not returning result from a file. But why would these be options? Could it be that my static analysis here? Let's make this more explicit. I know it's not idiomatic Rust. Mismatched types expected nothing. Found enum. Found type expected nothing. Can I just say like your result? Oh, because like these aren't functions, they're scopes. So return would be returning for like the outer. So you can't return. These aren't little functions. Okay, can't do that. Makes sense. Okay, result can't but for some reason it thinks result is an option. Let's double check. Let's make sure that if I build, it doesn't like it. Cannot use unary operator on an option. Mismatch types. Expected bool found. Oh, well, maybe it's because maybe result, it's what .ok returns. I gotta be careful about touching my eyes. I have a feeling that I'm doing the right thing. It's just is okay. Is okay is probably what I want. If is okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So cargo run test. It's spicy time. If I no let's get the input file. Wait, what? Cargo run, spicy time. Let's get the input file that does this. Oh, is okay. Then I should probably exit with the error message. Result dot error. I think I can do that. Argument string literal. Yeah, I think that's how you do it. Format options string. Okay. Result dot. How do I get the error out? How do I get the error out? Maybe just unwrap. Sloppy AF, but let's do it. Result dot unwrap. Okay. Cargo build. Spicy time. Panicked. It panicked at an unwrap on an error value. Can't unwrap an error. If you have an error, what do you do with it? Oh man, we are killing a lot of time just learning Rust. Is okay. Is error. Contains. How do I converts from result to option? Result. Okay. Unwrap. Error. Mute. Unwrap. Error. That's what I want. Okay, I get it, phone. You're telling me it's pain time. Big bite this time. I kind of chickened out and ate a lot of rice last time, so this time is going to be a lot of the spicy stuff. Okay. I think we're set up. Okay. Oh man, that's spicy. Check the file system for the file. Okay, so we've got args length of 2. File name equal args. That one. Print. Can I do that? Oh man, it's not happy. Okay. Great. Print. File name. Can I do that? Cannot move. How do I get something out of a vector? Vector. How do I index a vector? Rust index a vector. This is like basic stuff, but yeah, should be able to just like get that value. Cannot move out of index. Move occurs because value has type string, which does not implement the copy trait. Oh. I think this is like, I need a read-only like slice of this string. Read slice. So yeah, slice of it. Can I do that? Yeah. So if you're not sure what I just did there, it's like this is like how you say, I want you to look inside your collection, but I don't want oh man, my brain. I want it read-only access, so it's okay if you let me see it. I can't. By doing this, I'm opting into not being able to manipulate the thing I'm looking at. That's called getting a slice. So I've got the file. Now I need to make sure that the file actually exists. And maybe I can like try opening the file like this. As Smurf D pointed out, we've got file IO stuff in here. Now, do I have to like import the file open, or can I just like use file? Or is it just like a built-in, like let file match file open file name? Okay, val, then val, otherwise error we're gonna resolve with the file. I'm trying to think of what's the best way to do this. Because we want to error out if the file doesn't exist. So if like, if file is okay, then okay file, otherwise error, cannot open file. Or what will it return? Return error, like if I do file open rust, file open mute file. Oh, this is interesting. We can read file buffer. There it is again. Whoop, there it is. I feel like not enough time is passing. Okay, I'm gonna finish the egg. Big fork full of spicy stuff. I'm gonna check the IRC here. People in IRC are actually giving me tips, and I'm not seeing them. Like someone in the live hacking channel pointed out that I needed to use is okay. Good call. Sorry, I should be paying more attention. So errors, function will return error if the path doesn't already exist. Okay, so then like, I'll just be like, return that. Just return that. Else file. Whoa, nope. Failed to resolve. Use of undeclared type or module file. So we have to use, have to add this to the top. Standard file system. Okay. Error expected. So I must be returning something accidentally. Error. This is found to be of type standard FS file. Match arms have incompatible types. Expected struct file found. So file open. What's this return value? returns a result. A result is either okay or error, right? It's found to be of type, but a file, oh, that's what I want. Okay, and then down here, expected one of that. Found if file is okay. Why don't you like that? Oh, semicolon? Mismatched types. Expected the empty thing, the unit. Found enum result. Oh. Else. Type annotation needed. Ah. You know what I should do is see if I can find other examples. Command line CLI tool written in Rust. See how they do it. First, testing file IO. Do they have like read to string? Oh, that's great. That's exactly what I want. Expect could not read. That's great. So hold on, let me undo all this stuff. This is garbage. Okay. We're gonna say we're gonna return args, a slice of args. Can't do that because the types are different. Can I copy it? I think maybe we're getting bogged down in the details of setting this. Like, we're not even working on the puzzle yet, and it's already like 1:43. So I'll tell you what, let's use, I want to get more into like actually the puzzle. So let's use this tool, like this structure that is on this web page. See if we can get started on actually the puzzle. Gives you an iterator. First entry will be the name of your program. Getting the raw arguments this way is quite easy. Expect no pattern given. Okay. So all this I'm tossing out. Input file name. So we've got our input file name. Let's try building that and see what happens. Rust panic. I'm fine with that. Okay, now we're going to see if we can get file IO. Let's look through here. Opening a file. Read from string. Input file name. Okay. Input missing. Yeah, could not read file. So it's actually trying to read it. Cool. So then we should be able to print line the contents of the file. If I do that. Great. Okay. Let's keep going. It's 1:46. I'm seeing a whole bunch of like Cyrillic characters in chat from Java 6546546. Happy to have you. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully you're having a good time. I'm eating a spicy food. I'm working on an Advent to Code challenge. I still had a couple of seconds to go there, but I was hungry. My mouth is flames. Okay, so we have the content. Now what we need to do is we need to, let's go back to the puzzle, the actual puzzle. Now that we're like an hour in, more like 46 minutes in, let's go back to the puzzle. For each number, divide by 3, round down, and then subtract 2. And then we're gonna sum. So we're like gonna accumulate over each of these inputs. So we have this string, we need to break it up by new line. Rust split string by new line. Split dot split. Okay. Let same line, and then let lines equal content dot split print line. Let's make sure we can print the first one. Line 0. You cannot index into it. Oh, dot collect. Line's a type. Split. Oh, I can call collect, and then okay. Apparently these are the two ways I have to do it. Rust can't tell that this is a string going in for some reason. Okay, 5 minutes on the clock. More of this spicy. So we'll do it this way. Lines, go back. Okay. Now, oh, my mouth. First one. Now, is it the first one? Yes, it is. Now, let's print the last one. Does it know how to do that? No, they don't do that. The empty string. So there is an empty string at the bottom. I'm just going to get rid of that. Make that simpler. So, yeah. 93518, it's the last one. So now we're going to go through each of these lines. Make sure we can print it. How does it work? It's in. Great. Now let's convert each string into a number. From the string int. Mass equals from string, say line int. Oh no. Line. Is from stir a thing that I have to import? I guess. Where do I get from stir from? Oh, toString parse. Dot parse. Okay, do it this way. Line dot parse. And we're going to print the mass. Still works. Now we are going to divide. We are going to divide by how much? Divide by 3. Rust division. I think you'll probably just use the slash, but /. Now what about, what do you get as a result? The division operator, what does it give you? Like, is it, do they just like truncate? Let's find out. Line or mass, let fuel equal mass divided by 3 plus 2. We need to round. Oh, minus 2. We need to round this. But first, let's just see what happens if you divide by 3. So one of these, 95249. I can't do that in my head. Divided by 3 is 31749. And that's what we got here. So it didn't do any rounding. It just like truncates all the decimal spaces, or the decimal values, like the fractional value, just strips it all off. Makes sense. So we're going to round now. Oh, wait. Round down. No, we need those fractional values. So we can't truncate. We need a float. We need to divide and get a float. Rerun. Have another bite of the spicy. I'm gonna have the cucumber. So one thing that Smurf D pointed out is that I don't appear to be running the build step, but Cargo Run seems to know whenever I've like changed the file, and it auto compiles, which is really nice. Nice quality of life stuff. So I need like floats. Rust divide float, or a double or something. Float. Divide. Division. Convert Rust to float or to double. Rust division with decimals. Oh, so maybe I should be casting this instead to like that. Divide by 3. Cargo run, builds. Okay, so we have our division there. Great. So now we're going to round. Rust round. Round. Oh, floor. Is that what we want? And then round down. We want the floor. The floor. Fuel dot floor. So whereas we had 31749.666, rounding would have given us 31750. You know what? Just truncating. I don't know why I did the truncating the decimal spots would have just done the same thing. That'll give you the floor, right? Yeah. You don't need the. We don't need to do floor. That'll give us the value. Don't need the floor. Because it strips off the decimal points, whether or not it's .9. Oh, divide 3, round down. Yeah, to get 4. 14 divided by 3 is what? 3, 6, 9, 12. 2/3. Round down still yields 4. Yeah. Okay, so I forgot how math worked, and we don't need to actually use a float. We just divide by 3 with integers, and that truncates all the decimal points off, and that's our rounding. And now we're going to sum all these up. We're just going to do it sloppy. Let's sum equals 0. There's probably a cool way of like doing this with multi-threads and like scaling across a Gen 2 cluster or some bullshit, but like I don't care. Sum equals sum plus fuel. How do you let mute. It needs to be mutable. Printf or print line sum. Okay. That's the value. Let's see if it likes it. That's not the right answer. It's not the right answer. Answer's too high. Let's pick one at random. 69, 630. Let's show our work. Let's show our work in the file. So for each one, I'm gonna say print line mass. Then, oh, -2. I forgot the -2 bit. Shoot. Of course, read the instructions. So its fuel is divided by 3, then subtract 2. Round down, subtract 2. Yeah, that's what I want. That's the right answer. Gold star. We did it. Next challenge. Hang on, I gotta eat more spicy food. Continue to part 2. During the second go, no-go poll. The elf in charge stops the launch sequence. Apparently forgot to include additional fuel for the fuel he just added. Fuel itself requires fuel just like a module. Take its mass, divide by 3, round down, subtract 2. However, that fuel also requires fuel, and that fuel, oh my goodness, it's calculus. Any mass that would require negative fuel should instead be treated as if it requires 0 fuel. The remaining mass is instead handled by wishing really hard, which has no mass and is outside the scope of this calculation. So for each module mass, calculate its fuel and add it to the total. Then treat the fuel amount you just calculated as the input mass and repeat the process, continuing until a fuel requirement is 0 or negative. Wow, okay, this is a little different. Okay. So that's how much fuel. Initial fuel, fuel for module mass is that. And now for each, Oh, for each module. No, I can't do it that way. I have to do it for each module. So I'm going to save this actually and then copy. I'm going to copy what I've got. I'm going to rename this folder from 1 to 1.1. Recursive 1.1 to 1.2. 1.2. Okay. Close, close. Okay, 1.2. AOR star 1.2. Star 1.1. Okay, 1.2. So for each one, we are going to, we calculate the initial fuel, module fuel. So take its mass, and each fuel, so a module of mass 14 requires 2 fuel. The fuel requires no further fuel, because if you take the 2, so the mass, each unit of fuel is 1 unit of mass, I guess. Divided by 3, round down to 0. Module of mass 1969 requires 654 fuel. Then this fuel requires 216 more fuel. Then 216 then requires 70 more fuel, which requires 21, requires 5, no further fuel. We got 28 minutes. So I'm going to try and get this one done, but I was thinking I might try doing it with threads for speed. Do we have time to do it that way? No, I don't want to waste time. 28 minutes, because things are going to go wrong. So we need to do like a loop, a while loop. Rust while loop. While so sum equals sum plus module fuel, and then while module fuel, which needs to be mutable now, is greater than 0. We're going to divide by 3 and subtract 2. Module fuel divided by 3, subtract 2. Sum equals sum plus module fuel divided by, all right, fuel, let fuel equal module fuel, yeah, like that. Fuel is less than 0. Oh, I32. Can that be negative? I32. It's unsigned integer, or is it signed? I32. Rust I32. Signed. Okay, so it can go into the negatives. Good. If fuel is less than 0, then fuel equals 0. Go. More of the spicy. I feel like my whole face is sticky. I wonder if I've just, not to be indelicate, but like, I wonder if I've just got snot pouring down my face. Fuel total. Let's see. Valid character and package name. Right. AOR star 1, 2, 1, 1. Cannot assign twice to a mutable. It's gotta be mutable. What mute? Fuel. Tempted to add with overflow. We overflowed. Adding fuel sum. So it's, oh no, that does need to, right, I need to subtract module fuel divided by 3 minus 2, fuel equals 0, module fuel wait. Module fuel. I have to subtract. That's what it is. Let So I take the module fuel, divide by 3 minus 2, and that's the fuel. And then we have to make wow. Not done. Or can I just break? Wow. Or is it a do loop? Rust do loop. Or maybe just while true. Oh, just loop. Okay. Unused variable. This does not apparently need to be mutable, but hang on. So we start with our module fuel added to our sum. We calculate our fuel, and we see if it's going to be 0, and if so, we're done this iteration of the outer loop. Otherwise, we add it to the sum, and then my brain. This is like, here's the other thing. Along with being in pain, I'm breathing a lot, which is causing me to I'm hyperventilating. So I'm really dizzy. That's not helping. Smurfy asks, what is mutable? Mutable is a fancy way of saying changeable. By default, in Rust, every variable is not changeable. Once you assign it, it's that valuable forever until it's gone out of scope. You have to opt in to being able to reassign the value of the variable or manipulate what's inside it. Okay. Module fuel, divide by 3 minus 2. If it's less than 0, we're done. Otherwise, we take the sum and we add it. And then we need to we have to use this as our module fuel. So that's starting fuel, or current fuel equal module fuel. And then current fuel equals current fuel minus fuel. Adding what? So it starts with 0, adding 0, fuel, current fuel, module fuel. And we'll just do it once and see what happens. Adding 1050. Okay. That seems right. So hang on, print line. Total. And then fuel. Adding that loop. Fuel. Break. It happens so fast. I need to like do it one at a time. Rust sleep. Use standard thread and time. Sleep. Sleep for 1 second. Fuel adding. Oh, if it's less than or equal to 0, break, of course. Yeah. So, let's see if that looks right. Adding 1. Now it does this a couple times. Adding 1. Let me do it again. I'm not feeling too confident. Total. Current starting. So current fuel. The word fuel has lost all meaning. All right, time to eat more spicy food. What's our time at? 2:14. I think we can do this. I think we can get day 2 done. Or I think we're gonna figure this out. Divided by 3 minus 2. Requires 5 fuel. Then treat the fuel you just calculated as input mass. Repeat the process. The fuel requirement is 0 or negative. think our input is wrong. Starting. I think our input to the next cycle of the loop needs to not be the subtraction. I think it needs to be the current, like whatever was calculated. That looks right. Okay, let's see if it likes it. Yay, 1 gold star. We did it. Oh, my mouth. I'm gonna have some celebratory yogurt to cool my mouth down. I feel like I need to like coat my lips with it. Oh, that's nice. Nice and cool. All right. You know, we got 13 more minutes. Maybe we can do the next one. Calendar. On the way to your gravity assist around the moon, your ship computer beeps angrily about a 12:02 program alarm. On the radio, an elf is already explaining how to handle the situation. Don't worry, that's perfectly normal. Oh man, I think this yogurt's making things worse. My lips are on fire. Let me just double check this. See if this theory works out. Or maybe feeling is re-entering them because like now it really hurts and I'm having a hard time speaking. Okay, on your way to grab assist around the moon, ship computer beeps angrily about a 12:02 program alarm. On the radio, an elf is already explaining how to handle the situation. Don't worry, that's perfectly normal. The ship computer bursts into flames. You notify... What is this? Halt and catch fire, of course. You notify the elves that the computer's magic smoke seems to have escaped. The computer ran encode programs like the gravity assist program it was working on. Surely there are enough spare parts up there to build a new encode computer. An encode program is a list of integers separated by commas. To run one, start by looking at the first integer, called position 0. Here you find an opcode 1, 2, or 99. The opcode indicates what to do. For example, 99 means the program is finished, should halt. Encountering an unknown opcode means something went wrong. Opcode 1 adds together numbers read from 2 positions and stores the result in the 3rd position. The 3 integers immediately after the opcode tell you these 3 positions. Okay, the first 2 indicates so it's like assembly. The first 2 indicate the positions from which you should read the input values. The 3rd indicates the position in which the output should be stored. For example, the encode computer encounters 1, 10, 20, 30. It should read the values at positions 10 and 20, add those values, and then overwrite the value at position 30 with their sum. Opcode 2 works exactly like opcode 1, except it multiplies instead of adds. Once you're done processing an opcode, move to the next one by stepping forward 4 positions. So this is a program. It steps through it. I think we're going to be okay. Here are the initial and final states of a few more small programs. Working computer. The first step is to restore the gravity assist program to the 12:02. Oh boy, it's spicy time. We might actually be able to do this if we start with the code that we developed for day 1. Before running the program, this is important. Replace position 1 with the value 12, or replace position 2 with the value 2. What value is left at position 0 after the program halts? Okay. At position 0. How many positions are there? The first 4 integers are at position 0, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, positions in the program. Oh, right. It's like the Turing machine. Okay, I got it. Position means, got it. So this program can self-modify. Hilarious. Here's puzzle input. So first, let's copy 1.2 to 2.1. Recursive copy. Where's the AO star 2.1? And here's our input instead. It's spicy time. Let's go get that input file and star 2.1. So we're gonna get the file, and then instead of splitting it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this up. We're gonna turn this into an array, and we're gonna scan along the array. We're gonna scan along the array. So we need to read, instead of these as strings, we're gonna read them in as integers. Content read to string. We're not going to split. We are going to split. We're going to split like that. And they're not going to be vectors of strings. Hang on, it's like Rust split convert to int. Like there's probably like an all-in-one. Programming idioms. Line trim parse. It's like, what's Rust map? How do I map? Map function. Yeah, that's what I want. Split. Map. And then I want to cast. Split. Collect. Oh, no. A map, you do it on an iterator. So map dot collect. We're going to turn that into a vector of I32. Or actually, none of them are look to be signed. Looking at the input, none of these are negative numbers. So we're going to say they're unsigned. We're going to say Rust. How do we convert to an? We parse x parse U32 unwrap. So let's see here. For line in lines print. That's a spicy meatball time. See if we can get this done. I know we're coming close. I got 5 minutes, but I'm gonna see if I can get this done before we call it. So I might go a little long. I'm going long. Print line. Sorry, not Python. Don't do it that way. Yay. Okay. So we've got our line, we've got a vector. Now I need to be able to modify this vector, so I'm going to make it a mutable vector. And then I need to poke some values in. One of the first things it says, or one of the last things it says is, before running the program, replace position 1 as per instructions. Replace position 1 with the value 12. So, and I'm going to say instructions. Instructions. Is it 0 indexed? Position 0, yeah, okay. Instructions 1 equals 12. Instructions 2 equals 2. And then for instruction in, oh, I have to skip by 4. Let position equals 0, loop while position is less than instructions dot len length. You gotta be less than, yeah, length then position equals position plus 4, print line, opcode, position, opcode. Now the instructions, 3 integers tell you opcode arg1, arg2, arg storage location. So it'll be instructions position plus instructions position plus 1. And instructions position, you know what? And let opcode equal instructions position. Let arg1 equal instructions position plus 1. Let arg2 equal instructions position plus 2. And then let, like, where we're going to storage equal instructions position plus 3. Okay, that's easier probably to reason about. Opcode arg1, arg2, storage, run. Cool, 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 cool. And then out of bounds, put the index position plus 4. I reached the last one. Position. Position 148 plus 4 is 152. The length is 153, but the index is 153. Position 148 plus 4, 152. Why is the index 153? Index 153. Well, while opcode not equal to 99, look at that. that's no good. Position equals position plus 4. Checking position. $152. And then over here is position. Do I have to length? Is, man, this, I feel like this is like programming 101. I should like array input bounds. Lang is 53. Oh, I see. Less than or equal, of course. Okay. So the index is less than -1. That's what it is. That's how it works. Okay. Okay, so then what we're going to do, that we've got our thing that's reading stuff. We're going to now match on the opcode. Opcode 99. We're going to break. Opcode 1. We are going to read the numbers from 2 positions. There's 4 integers are the positions 0, 1, 2, 3. Together they represent the first opcode. Positions of 2 inputs 9 and 10. Handle the opcode. First need the values. The input positions. Position 9 contains 30. Okay, so I have to let value 1 equal instructions arg1. Let value 2 equal instructions arg2. I probably it's like these are pointers effectively. Cannot be indexed. Type U32 cannot be indexed by U32. Slice indices are type of U size or ranges of U size. So I need to like U size. Rust U size. U32 to U size in Rust. Or maybe instead of doing vec U32, I should do U size. U size. Okay, that's probably fine. Let value, yeah, value 2 equals that. Opcode 1, arg1, arg2, value 1, value 2. All right, I hear you. Hang on. Okay, gonna wrap this up in a couple of minutes. Just gonna take it. I'm almost actually done the food too. So time is working out right. Okay. So if we're at opcode 1, we're gonna take the read from 2 positions, stores result in the 3rd position. So they're going to add together. That result equal value 1 plus value 2. And then we're going to write in the storage position the result. Okay. Excuse me. We're going to break at 2. Result equals value 1 times value 2, right? Opcode 2 multiplies instructions storage equals result. And then anything else, we're going to panic. Oh no. All right, it finished. So at the end, when we're all done, the question is, what's the value at position 0 after the program halts? Position 0. This number. All right, let's see. That's the right answer. Hey! We did it. Folks, we got a couple of stars. Thank you so much for watching episode 200 of The Joy of Coding. I hope that was interesting. We got 3 stars for the advent of code, writing in Rust. Definitely not my native language. Definitely making it up and just cobbling together stuff from the internet. But we did it. And hoo boy, I learned that Thai spicy as a spice level from Khao San Road is formidable. Quel formidable, as they would say en français. And wow, I'm sweating and I'm dizzy and my mouth is on fire. Smurf D asks, for episode 500 we'll do Chef's Thai Spicy. Maybe for episode 500. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens at the next milestone. I want to thank everyone for being here with me. I hope that was fun. I hope that was interesting. I learned a lot about Rust, actually. Like, some of this stuff I think I knew, but I'd forgotten. Because, I think the last time I wrote Rust was over a year ago. So this was a fun exercise for relearning some Rust. And we got some stars while we were at it. Thank you so much for being here. Next week, I think will be, what day of the week is that? That is 7 days from now. That's the 11th. I will be streaming next week. However, the week after that, I'm on holiday. I'm on holiday until sometime in January. January 9th, I might be the first episode. But I'll be back next week, and we can... I can sort of lay out the schedule then. But I want to thank you so much. If you've been following along for a couple episodes, we did it. Episode 200, we made it there. I'm so excited. And as a bonus, I don't know if you know this, but we've been working on this feature called Picture in Picture for a long time. And that recently as in yesterday, went out to release for our Windows users. So if you've been following along, watching me hack on Firefox with Picture in Picture and stuff, that stuff has finally gone out to our Windows users on the release channel, and I'm very pleased. So that's it. I will see you next week. Take care of yourselves. Good luck with spicy foods and code challenges or whatever it is that you're doing, and take care. So with that, I will sign off. Take care. Bye-bye. Happy 200th episode, everybody. See ya.